Legal panel on all of this now. Former federal prosecutor Sandy Musumeci, she's here along with Dante Mills, federal litigation attorney. Welcome both. I want to dig into this phone call. Dante, is this a big deal that the prosecution, maybe had a misstep, something they missed here? What do you think?
It's a huge deal. We have to remember that this case is based on actual knowledge that Donald Trump had to have that this payment was made to impact the election, but also that the financial records were doctored. They have to prove, the prosecutor, that all of that was happening. Their only way to prove that he knew that was Cohen coming in and saying, I told him. I had a conversation with him where we talked about it, and I told him this payment was being made and that we were framing it this way so we wouldn't get caught.
Cohen has testified he did make that call to Trump on October 24th. Here's the problem. As Laura said, I want to put up two screens, Sandy, as I go to you. The first on this call to Keith Schiller, Trump's body man or bodyguard. Todd Blanche is the voice here. We'll be reading off the transcript that you'll see first. That was a lie. You didn't talk to President Trump that night. You could admit now you talked to Keith Schiller, not President Trump. And Cohen said, no, sir, I can't because I'm not sure that's accurate. Right after that, let's go to whether he was lying about the call. Again, Blanche, Mr. Cohen, you just said that you don't recall a phone call on Tuesday. You testified you remembered the phone call. Cohen said, based upon what was going on, based upon the other messages regarding the Stormy Daniels matter, yes, I believe I was telling the truth. Again, how big of a deal is this?
It's a big deal, not just because it impinges on Michael Cohen's credibility, but also the jurors are going to be questioning the credibility of the prosecutors that they didn't front this with them up front. Now,
you think they missed it?
I'm sure they did not miss it. In a case like this and with the team that was working on this, I have no doubt that they scrutinized every text message and played with the timing themselves.
You know those lawyers or know of them?
I do.
That work? Yeah. So
I do. And
you would be very surprised if they missed something.
100%, top of their field lawyers. So, I imagine that they will address this on redirect. They may actually look at the span of time, the 90 seconds or whatever it was, and play it out so you can see how long that actually is to demonstrate perhaps it is possible and, in fact, truthful that these various subjects came up during that 90-second phone call.
But the problem is there was two major conversations. One about Michael Cohen being stalked by someone.
Yes,
and
14-year-old.
And then Donald Trump and this payment. 90 seconds is not a long time. It's long enough, but it's not a long time to have two significant conversations. And to your point, maybe the prosecutors knew, but I can't imagine they did if they ignored this completely.
So you think they might have missed it?
I think they missed it. Because the easy question would have said, is that the only thing you talked about? No, we also talked about the person that was prank calling me, and I had that conversation as well, and that would have erased this entire line of questions.
And just so everybody understands, just tuning into this now, what are we talking about? I know Laura explained about a 14-year-old prank calling it. So Cohen's saying he's getting these calls, so he's texting this guy Schiller about it. So this 14-year-old's pranking me, and the last text he had before this phone call was just a few minutes before 8 o'clock. Then right after 8 o'clock, he calls Schiller. Well, again, Sandy, only 90 seconds on the phone. So he's saying I could have talked about that, and I could have told Trump, which he's already testified, about the Stormy Daniels. 90 seconds, not a lot of time.
It's not a lot of time, and the prosecution is absolutely going to have to go back and lay this out with Cohen for the jury of what he remembers, how this could fit in that period of time, and also how Cohen could be so sure of it.
And that,
well, the thing is, there's also some text messages supposedly that came in after the call where the only conversation on the text message was, again, about those prank calls.
From Cohen to Schiller.
From Cohen to Schiller.
So they would have talked about that. He claims Schiller would have patched him through to the president. But, I mean, you could have had a short conversation, but again, you would have wanted to get that on the record.
You would have wanted just easy question. Hey, was that the only thing you talked about? No, we also talked about these calls I was getting, and then he patched me through to the president. The problem is, we know the phrase falso in uno, falso unum.
Right.
It's a legal phrase, a Greek phrase that simply means unimus.
Right. I'm looking at you. I'm saying, yeah, we know it. I'm like, no, I don't. Go ahead.
False in one, false in all. So the jury will be told if they think Cohen is lying about one thing, they can disregard his entire testimony, and this is a big lie.
I have two questions then. So you take it as a defense attorney and then use a prosecutor. If you're Blanche today on the defense side, it's 3:08. You keep him on the stand with you questioning him up until 4 o'clock, because remember, there's no court tomorrow. Be a long weekend. So,
absolutely. There's no question. I want him on the stand until we leave court, because I don't want the prosecution to get back up and try and fix it. I want the jury to go home, and they did this perfectly. They asked that right before lunch. So already over lunch break, the jury was basking in this moment. And we saw Donald Trump, when he came back into court, he kind of gave a fist rise. you could tell they appreciated that moment and that it came right before lunch. I do the same thing and leave it for the end of court day.
And the other question, obviously, as a prosecutor, then you do at some point get your chance, whether it's later today or you might have to wait till Monday for redirect. You got to fix this. How do you do it?
Absolutely. Look, if I'm a prosecutor, I want to end on my note, not on their note, but I completely agree with Dante. Their defense is going to keep this going.
Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.